we are working on. One of them is that we're updating our website, thanks to Ben Wallens, who's been doing that. And it should make it a little more informative and a little more user-friendly. So if anybody has something that they want to have us include in the website that they think is a glaring omission or whatever, let us know that, and we'll try to, we're going to be changing some of the text in it anyway, so whatever we can incorporate sooner than later is obviously, the better way to do that. So that's one thing. The other is that we are trying to raise money. So we are getting a mailer out within the next week or so, and we've gotten a donation toward that to help us get ourselves started on the first mailer. That should hit about 7,500 homes, and we're trying to designate the 7,500, looking at what would be the strategically best 7,500 to hit. We are also trying to have a fundraiser next week, which is a very aggressive timetable for us to put something together, but it's going to be a very informal, casual event. Karen Raegert has actually offered to sort of run this event, and it's going to be, well, we actually have not come up with the actual price, but it will be under $20 a person, certainly, and it's just going to be music. John Niemöller and Dwight Fronsdahl have offered to play for free. Don Black has offered to let us have the room for free. Are we hearing a theme here? Thank you. And that's where all of you come in, because then what we're going to try to do is supply our own appetizers and have it be that we're not going to pay for any catering or anything. It will be a cash bar, but basically people will come in, have some appetizers, they can, get drinks at the bar, and there'll be good music. So it's informal, but I don't think it's going to take a lot of the preparation that our other fundraisers have taken. Okay. What's going on? A lot is going on. In addition to the things you see there with the standouts, they've got me booked like every hour on the hour on the weekend. So I'm going to run all over the district like Where's Waldo? You'll never know where I am, but I'll be popping up everywhere. And also, we do have one formal debate already scheduled with the Neshoba Valley Chamber of Commerce for October 26th at Devon's. We're working on possibly trying to arrange to have a taped debate, a studio taped debate, such as the one that the Lowell Sun did. In addition, as I said, I'm going to little events here, there. I can't even name off the different kinds of things. I said it seems like I'm going to eat my way through the district for the next month, because I'm just going to go from one breakfast to another. But that being said, if there is an event that you know about, that you see, I'd ask all of you to keep your eyes on the newspapers each week, and especially in your own towns. If you see something that you personally wouldn't mind going to with me and you think would be a worthwhile event, please send an email to us so we can try to schedule that in. We definitely have to work harder as far as bringing some of the people that voted for Connie Sullivan in the primary over to our voting side. And we have to work harder in certain towns where we maybe didn't get as many of the votes as we had hoped to.
So shoot me. But the people who are sitting here have been wonderful. You guys are the ones who have spent the volunteer hours. You're the core of this campaign, and we just can't thank you enough. But we really need your help now, because as Sheila started to talk about, we have so much going on in the next few months. And it's really the strength of the volunteers that's going to put her over the top in September. There were some sign-up sheets out there. The event next Friday night is going to be a lot of fun. What we'd like to do is get people who are willing to sell a book of tickets, get your friends together, come out for an evening. If you could sell a table of 8 tickets, each one of you, that would be fabulous. So let me know if you're going to be able to do that. Starting next week, we're targeting Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings for phone calling, a phone bank. And what this is people will gather at Sheila's office, we'll provide them with lists, we'll provide them with simple scripts, and they just get on the phone and call constituents just to let them know, you know, the election's November 2nd, Sheila Harrington's our candidate, and we'd really appreciate your support. Just to get the excitement going. That is a volunteer job that's hard to recruit people for because a lot of people are afraid of the phone or don't like it. But for those of us who've done it, they'll tell you it's actually kind of fun. It's easier than standing out on a cold November morning with a sign. So if you can talk that up to the people in your neighborhoods, people who you know, if anyone has any questions, you can direct them to me. Okay, so we need a lot more volunteers. Thank you for all of those who have signed up to do that.
Can I just say one thing on that? Just one thing about that. We do have certain people that have offered to make phone calls that don't want to be able to have to come into the office, and that is fine too. We may actually be getting into a phone calling service kind of thing, so that the people who do make the calls from the office, it's not a robocalling thing, but it's almost like a voice over internet where it actually dials the phone calls for you, and the message that you're going to say is on the screen when you talk to people. It's a little bit more, from what we understand, it enables people to make between 50 and 100 calls an hour. Whereas if you do it the old-fashioned way, apparently you don't.
But yeah, and one thing I did want to also mention is I'm so fortunate to have great town captains for volunteers. Yes. I'd like to introduce everyone to Lillian DeMaria. Lillian is our basketball team captain.
Cheerleading captain too.
With Aaron Costello, they brought in the Dunstable vote in the primary.
And Wally.
Oh, I'm sorry, Wally. Thank you. We have Bill Green in the back. Bill is from Townsend.
Bill Marsh.
I'm sorry. I do it all the time. He has a college friend named Bill Green. I apologize. And he's been instrumental in Townsend. And then Pat and Tom Austin from Pepperell are here as well. And they know it all. They know everything about the Republican Party in Pepperell there is to know. And then Kathy Stratton from Groton, who couldn't be here tonight, and I are the Groton team captains. And Kathy is wonderful, or you can call me or Kathy.
Gary Luca.
Oh, Gary Luca and Pauline Conley from AIR are helping us there. And of course, Tubby Boucher from Townsend as well.
And Julie Merrill.
And Julie. But, what's the other thing? Oh, another volunteer position, if you don't like anything we've talked about before, if you know someone. Sheila was telling you about her weekend schedule, and you heard Sheila talk. We need someone to be by Sheila's side to kind of move her along and get her to all the events. She likes to stay and she likes to get engaged. So any weekend, you know, morning, afternoon piece of time you have, we'd love to have you do that. The big standout opportunities are the debates. The debate on October 26th at Devon's, we want to have 100 Sheila Harrington signs there. And at a standout, you just do that. You stand outside with a sign and wave to people. Nancy, I didn't even see you come in. So, you know, we definitely need more people to sign up for that. And the two town meetings this October in Pepperell and Ayr.
Okay.
The financial one is in the spring, and the other one, which is a lot of house cleaning, is in the fall.
Okay. Well,
housekeeping.
I would want to go to all of them. The only ones we actually know for sure are that we know, I guess, Groton's the 18th, but the 25th is Pepperell and Ayr. So
as you can see, either this group is going to be very, very busy in October, or we need to reach out, and if you could each recruit 2 people to come and do something, 3 people, it would be fabulous. We have a lot of people who did call me who wanted to come tonight but weren't able to, and they are, you know, going to give us a lot of help. So, but basically it's weekday evenings would be phone calls, weekends going to events with Sheila, some standouts, particularly in Pepperell at the Rotary on Saturday mornings. There's a need there, and the week before the election, we'll have standouts hopefully in all the towns. And again, it's just an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening. Whatever you can do, we would be so grateful for. But yeah.
Again, I want to thank everyone for all the work that you guys did. It was like crazy up to the primary. But I'll tell you, the one thing that we heard from the other side was that they had no idea the amount of volunteers that we had, and they were blown away by the amount of volunteerism and organization in the last couple of weeks of the primary, and they couldn't respond and react to it. And they felt like, you know, that was one of the things that happened to them. And so we just need to keep moving forward. I know that we feel like we won a victory, and that is true, but we now have a new, kind of a new campaign, and we're looking forward to this new campaign, and it is a very short 5 weeks away. Every time I look at that October schedule, I like freak. So we just got to keep up our energy, keep up our momentum, and go to the finish line. And I hope to be back here on November 2nd celebrating all of our